And welcome, fellow cruisers. Skywarp 72 Cruisers Motorsports Gaming, and the big news this week is the car collection and the YouTube channel being featured in this week's HMA, or Heavy Metal Affliction, on Forzamotorsport.net. HMA is a weekly write-up by Forza staffer Johnny Iwana and features mostly fellow Forza players' real-life cars and projects. He found it interesting how I'm still in love with the Chevy Beretta GTUs and Indies, and wanted to include the rest of the cars as well. I first spoke to John a year ago about doing an HMA on just Raven. I more recently, though, responded to a post on his Facebook page looking for HMA stories to do, posting a picture of all the cars in the garage. Communication with John was prompt, polite, he's very down to earth, and he is an extremely cool guy. Don't forget to visit his Facebook page and give it a like as well. The link will be down below. The article, which will run from March 9th to the 16th, is being hailed as very well written by my friends and fellow real-life racers. It goes without saying that I am utterly flattered they would do a story out of my cars and I. But I was pretty nervous about it, and here's why. Previous HMAs have featured some pretty spectacular cars, being fully restored or highly modified and well-polished examples of the automotive enthusiast world. I was upfront and honest about my Berettas not being perfect, as they all have over 100,000 miles and all the typical issues 30-year-old throwaway cars have. With the cost of building a proper garage, they have to remain that way for a while, as back burner projects until after the Beretta race car is finished. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently in the process of getting a production-based Beretta approved for competition in SCCA club racing. It's a long and tedious task as I'm shooting for E production class. Wish me luck, I'm gonna need it. In other news, last week I did promise the in-car race footage from my 2017 seasoner opener race at Palm Beach International Raceway. But sadly everything seemed to break on the car at one time. The team I drive for, they have a Mazda Miata once we reach the track. While the team owner got use of another car for a backup, I decided to get refunded my entry fee to help fund this week's project, as I'm not a huge fan of borrowing other people's cars, because if you break it, you buy it. While there, another team member's car blew an engine, and then the borrowed car ate the right front hub assembly alive. We had to replace it in between races. It truly was one of those weekends where you question your sanity for participating in motorsports. Our next scheduled race will be April 22nd and 23rd at Miami Homestead for double enduros, so stay tuned for the channel for those race vids. Talk about an up and down week. This last bit of news has us finishing out on a high note, however, as I'm taking a moment out to thank all that have subscribed to the channel, as in the last 30 days we've had over 100 new subs. While still quite small, the channel is growing, and I owe it to you, my loyal viewers. From fellow racers discovering it on YouTube, to all my friends over on Loft Racing and Enigma Gaming, I humbly thank each and every one of you for the support and for the mutual love of online racing. Remember, if you want to be an honorary cruiser, pick up the shared logo on FM6 and FH3 under my gamertag. The real-life logo that I carry on my race car and my personal cars will soon be available for purchase as well, as there has been quite a few requests for them as of late. Remember to share the videos with your friends on Facebook and Twitter, give them a like, subscribe to the channel for more real racing and all that is Forza. Now, it's back to the grind so I can go racing again next month. This is Skywarp 72. I'll see you next week, my fellow cruisers.